All right, this is the 7-1 City Point to Otis Street. I was gonna keep doing the deadheads for all these routes. Here are the directions or the deadheads for the inbound and outbound for 7-1. But going forward, I think I'm just gonna do the deadhead separately. But to start with the inbound, that's gonna be City Point for the 2015 route guide. It says South Boston turnaround. Just want to point out that if you can see my cursor here, that's the same thing as City Point Busway. So we're going to start at City Point Busway. Again, for 7-1, I'm going to show you 7-1 starts at City Point Busway. It's going to go around, loop around, then go up Summer Street, up into uh, Central Boston here, and stop by Otis Street there, and then come back. So to start at City Point Busway, be sure to pick up the first stop in the actual busway. So pull up right here. And then first direction is going to be left on East First Street. So you're going to pull up over here. You got this dog park slash baseball field across the street, basketball courts. And you're going to go all the way down here. And then what's going to happen, you're going to see an 881 on this building up here, this brick building. 881 right here on, yeah, this brick building. That's going to be your indicator for your first right turn, which is going to be up this way on P Street. P Street, just be careful of the cars here. It's actually going to be a pretty tight turn. Usually East First is pretty clear. So you might have to angle out a bit. Just watch out for those cars. These streets aren't too tight, but yeah, don't want to clip anything. All right, so going up P Street, you've got your third stop. That should be a right on East Broadway. So that's one. Let's see. Two, three. Are we there? Yeah, that should be it. Let me zoom in here just to show you here. So yeah, we went up P Street, East Second, East Third, and then now we're on East Broadway. So we're gonna take a right on East Broadway. Not too many landmarks except just knowing it's the third stop. It's more of a main street. Um, no, that kind of gives it away. So you're gonna go up all the way up East Broadway, all the way, and I think it's actually gonna turn to west. No, no, not yet. Scratch that. You're gonna go to L Street, take a right on L Street. It's gonna be up here. It's gonna be at this intersection down the hill here. Um, Hard to really say what landmarks are here. I think a lot of this has changed. Actually, I don't know if that Starbucks is still here. But it's at the bottom of the hill. Again, it's a bigger street, more of a main street. So you're gonna want to take a right on L Street. And we're gonna go. Let's see, from here, L Street, it's gonna turn to Summer. It's gonna turn to Dewey, and then we're gonna end up downtown. So this just keeps going and going. I'm gonna click through it. I'm gonna pass these smokestacks, and that indicates that you're at the um, first set of lights before the bridge over the water here. So you're gonna come up here. Come through here. A lot of stoplights, the convention center. There are a few stops on this line. You just gotta be careful, watch your speed. I know a few of these lights change kind of quick. So just keep going. How do we, okay. on, and there's another bridge. It's a pretty distinctive part of Boston, near South Station. You're gonna keep going. You see this obelisk building, the geometric looking building that looks like it's gonna fall over because the bottom is like super narrow and the top's super heavy. So what we're gonna be doing is gonna be looking for that building, um, and head to that building. And Google Maps loves to put me underground on a friggin' bike. So I'm gonna go back. Where are we? All right, yeah. So I'm gonna go right here. It's ridiculous. All right. So as you pass this, you're coming from the bridge from Summer Street. You pass South Station. And then, like I said, you're gonna see this giant obelisk looking thing. And this is where we're gonna turn. So right on High Street. And then these turns are pretty quick. You're pretty much just turning around, doing a little loop to get to the layover. So we're gonna hit this first street, Federal Street left. It's the first turn, first left turn. And then Federal, we're gonna keep going down. And keep going down. And for some of the other sevens, this is where you're gonna lay over, but we're gonna keep going down here to Franklin. And this should be Franklin Street right here. It's a bunch of banks. Another Bank of America looking obelisk, another bank, Fidelity. You've got this bank with the glass here. Those are good indicators to remind you. Then we're gonna go down Franklin. And then first left again, you should be able to see Otis Street from here. Um, Devonshire, uh, right here is just this little pathway, this little bit of street that gets you to Otis Street. So yeah, not too many great landmarks. There's a bank technically here again. There's only so many banks you can remember. I just look at this building when I'm going down Devonshire. Remember, oh yeah, Otis is going to be to the right of this. This building here looks like a Notre Dame Cathedral or something. It looks pretty distinctive. So I'm going to go down Otis. And at the end of Otis here is actually a layover. So right, maybe not where this bus is. Actually, yeah, maybe this bus is. I think there's also some markings on the ground up at the stop over here. So yeah, layover is going to be over here, I guess. And then stops up there. That could be wrong. Maybe double check on that. But that's going to bring us to the end of the inbound on the 7. So next up, we're going to come out first left, outbound. We're going left on Summer. So we're, like I said, looping back around, heading back to South Station here. Just going to keep going straight here, keep going straight. And oh, look at that. Like I said, we looped. There's that Bank of America obelisk thing. And keep going over here. We got South Station in the distance. And we know as soon as we see that South Station building, we're gonna keep going straight. We're on the path back to City Point. We're just chilling. Feel like Bob Ross. This is just cruising here. Just going by, getting through. Slowly getting through these streets. And now we're approaching the end of summer here. Or where summer turns to L. We crossed two bridges. We're back in City Point territory. And we're going to want to keep going. Again, we're following our tracks. Going to want to take a left on East Broadway. So we're on East and 3rd. And then here's our Starbucks again. And this uphill part of the street. We're going to want to go up, take a left on East Broadway. Those aren't the best landmarks. Wish I had better landmarks for you. Um, I have second SOL in the Bagel Company. Actually, there's notes here, so maybe the Bagel Company is a better landmark. Actually, don't know if that really was the second SOL since coming on after Summer Street, but you're gonna want to go up here, East Broadway. Gonna keep going. We're gonna take a left on Farragut, so we're going all the way to the end. So we know we can just keep going. We don't have to worry about looking at streets. We just know we're going right to the end, to the water. And there we go. We don't want to go all the way. Don't want to go all the way to the statue. But right at the main street where buses can enter because you don't want buses down there. We had to take a left on Farragut. And Farragut's another end of street situation. We're gonna end up at the corner here. Let me do that again so it's more clear. So yeah, you're gonna see this. You want to take a left, end of the street. Technically, I think it continues to shore, but in my mind, this is just a wall because that's kind of like it looks like do not enter territory here. So it's kind of an EOS force left in a way. Gonna keep going, and now we know we're home free. We're on the home stretch here. Gonna go all the way down. Take her right back into City Point Busway here. And that's it. That's the 7.1.